Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below, your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see here on our channel or our website. Reach out to me directly, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Released for 2019, this is effectively the 20th anniversary FP Journe Tourbillon Souverain. It is the 42mm platinum FP Journe Tourbillon Souverain, also known as the Tourbillon Vertical, a timepiece that takes FP Journe watchmaking into the size and presence stratum formerly occupied exclusively by Greubel Forsey. This is a different kind of Journe watch, a technical tour de force, but also aesthetic shock trooper for your wrist. This is a timepiece that has everything. 42 millimeters in diameter, 13.7 millimeters thick, 51.7 millimeters lug-to-lug with a 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs. Throw it on my wrist, 16 centimeters in circumference, and again, the first thought that comes to mind is Greubel Forsey. It's that impressive. It also has that kind of stance and presence on the wrist. You can see the down the barrel shot, it's moving right up to the edge of my wrist. I would recommend this watch for a wrist no smaller than 15 centimeters in circumference, though it's not as thick as it looks, and with a domed bezel, it will slide underneath the cuff. Taking a quick look at the strap, my first thought was Jean Rousseau custom, but then I realized that FP Journe loves color, so this handsome turquoise double alligator leather strap is factory. Turquoise large rectangular scale gator on the top, monotone stitch. The stitch is almost aquamarine, and then a folded edge. It's round scale gator on the bottom, and the point of using gator on both sides is to make a longer lasting, more durable strap. It's more expensive, but this watch is worth it. Note the use of pull tab spring bars, so without a tool, just your fingernail, you can pull the strap off the case for closer cleaning and strap swapping. Also note that the curved spring bar allows the lugs to be drilled closer to the case, so if you do have that borderline size wrist, you can really pull the strap straight down. The curved bar allowing the strap to move unimpeded and creating a more integrated look. Simple, no nonsense, on-the-fly adjustment courtesy of an FP Journe platinum pin buckle, and then it's a characteristic Journe case shape that we've known since the original 1999 Tourbillon Remontoir. You have a domed bezel, you have a mid-case with integrated lugs, all of high polish, and the mid-case defined by the overlap of the case back and the bezel. Turn it around to the crown side, you can see Journe's characteristic double dimple knurled crown. Take a look at the dial. It's a hobnail pattern on top of 18 karat rose gold. That's right, the dial is solid gold. The movement is solid gold, and the case is platinum. This is a hefty watch, despite not being quite as large as you'd imagine. The only part of the dial that is not rose gold here is going to be the grand faux enamel that is used for the seconds, hours, and minutes. So kiln-fired, artisanally crafted grand faux enamel on a gold base, and then we have a power reserve. The watch has twice as much reserve damage as the previous Tourbillon Remontoir and Tourbillon Souverain, going from 40 to 80. Of course, this being a characteristic FP Journe power reserve, on a chronometer style watch, it moves backwards, which means when it indicates 0, you have 80 hours of power reserve. It is 0 hours since you fully wound the watch. Between fully wound and 48 hours from winding, the watch will have a deadbeat seconds mechanism, which is keyed to the Remontoir d'égalité constant force spring on the reverse side. After 48 hours elapsed, it will revert to sweep seconds to keep the mechanism running. So you want to wind the watch at least once every 48 hours. The Tourbillon, it's changed. It still beats away at 21,600 vibrations per hour. It's still free-sprung for durability, adjusted in 6 positions for precision, and uses a handmade Breguet overcoil for concentric beating in any orientation. But the Tourbillon is now oriented straight up and down, and it makes a 30-second circuit, which is to say it rotates once every 30 seconds. That is twice the speed of the former Tourbillon Souverain. It is more animated, and it's more effective at evening out the effects of gravity. To wit, the watch is not designed to even out the effects of gravity on your wrist. FP Journe reasoned that the watch will sit on your dresser for at least 8 hours a night. So if it's sitting, dial up, the tourbillon is vertical. If it is sitting, dial down, the tourbillon is vertical. If it is sitting crown down, the tourbillon is vertical. And crown up, the tourbillon is vertical, effectively turning the tourbillon in the wristwatch into exactly what you would have had on a Breguet pocket watch tourbillon: constant orientation and equalization of gravitational deviation of time. The Tourbillon Vertical does that for you when it's off the wrist. Now there's a lot more to this watch than just the dial side. The Remontoir system is a titanium spring that acts as a buffer between the mainspring barrel and the escapement. So the barrel never directly drives the tourbillon for I should say the first 48 hours, it will not directly drive the tourbillon. The idea being that when there's a lot of wind or less wind in the barrel, it won't speed up or slow down the escapement. The remontoir acts as a buffer so that the same amount of energy gets meted out to the escapement each second. Now you can see the 33 joule manual wind 80-hour power reserve caliber 1519 is large and entirely in rose gold. You can also see that the undercarriage of the tourbillon, both the black polished gold mirror and the black polished chassis, if you will, hand finished to the highest degree and completed with diamond paste. That mirrored poly noir or black polish will turn black at the correct angle, and that is why it is called black polish. This is a watch that features a higher standard of finish on the front and on the back than a standard FP Journe timepiece. It is a flagship and finished accordingly. 30 meters water resistant, so no, it's not an aquatic sports watch, but in every other regard, it is a true peer and rival to the likes of Grubel Forsey, Romain Gauthier, and the upper echelon of independent horology. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.